Hey everyone, how's it going today? I am glad that I can get this smile on my face to say hello to all of you because I miss you and I like you so much. But honestly, today I'm not feeling so great. I'm kind of in a bad mood, just the way it is. Have you ever noticed on those days when you're feeling like everything is just not going the way you want and there's too much to do? Have you ever noticed on those days it's kind of hard to have patience and it's kind of hard to forgive and give people the benefit of the doubt? When I'm in a bad mood like this, I usually am pretty grumpy, and so I will do and say things in a way I don't totally mean, and I could hurt people's feelings. And then I take things that way too. I'm more sensitive to what people do, and I think whether it's directed at me or not, I will get really frustrated and upset, and that kind of makes it hard to forgive. But today's gospel, Jesus is talking with his disciples about forgiveness. And it sounds like forgiveness is kind of a non negotiable. It's something we need to do way more than we would ever think to do. It's something that isn't a matter of whether it's deserved or not. It's just something we should do, almost like breathing. So, on days where I'm happy and feeling good and it's beautiful outside, it's a lot easier to do that forgiveness thing. But that's not every day. Every day isn't a nice day like that. So sometimes I think that's why when Jesus is talking about how often we should forgive, it becomes this big number like that. It sounds like a multitude of forgiveness that just never stops. I think because it will carry us through even these rough days. And this forgiveness thing is not just for all those people out there, it's also for us to practice with ourselves. So when we know we had a bad day and we messed up, when we know we didn't have patience with people we care about, that we can forgive ourselves and then ask for forgiveness from those people as well. It's hard to do that when you're in a bad mood, so that means there are some different steps to forgiveness. The first one is what I've been doing this whole time. I think it's taking a deep breath. So when you know it's a bad day, just take a deep breath. It could be a sigh. Take a deep breath 1 or 2 times. Find the space you need and give yourself a little grace. Now, if you're having a bad day or you're just really angry or all the feelings for whatever you need to forgive about are still there, that's okay. That's totally normal. Take that deep breath and then just pray. Say, God, I can't do this right now. I can't forgive. Can you do it for me? And really, I think in that simple act of giving it to God, that's one of the first steps to forgiveness. And when we do that, the load becomes a little lighter. It's not quite as heavy for us. We can have a little more patience and grace with ourselves, and then we can give that to others as well. And that's one of those beautiful gifts of forgiveness. And that's one reason I think forgiveness is its own kind of miracle. Have you ever thought of that? Forgiveness is a miracle. Because really, every day, and if you're like me, even within one day, you're going to be up and down and up and down, and all kinds of feelings and things will be happening. And so that forgiveness is a really important thing to get us through the day. And sometimes it doesn't always make sense. And most of the time, it comes through an act of God, not ourselves, because we just can't get ourselves there. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean to forget. Forgiveness just means we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to give it to God. And we're going to let God do the work. We're going to let God do the transformation. And in a lot of cases, sometimes when we need forgiveness in relationships, that means we also need to end a relationship. So it's not a matter of you going and being friends with that person again or being in their life all the time again. But you can still forgive them even with that. So today I hope you remember that forgiveness is a gift, a grace, a miracle from God. Forgiveness is something we all need. And forgiveness is something that we can practice, even on the rough days like today. Forgiveness is something, maybe even just starting with yourself. But the idea is that then it will ripple and we can practice that forgiveness wherever we go. And it becomes this multitude of forgiveness opportunities like Jesus talks about in today's gospel.